Who is the oldest person you can remember in your family as a child, and what do you remember about them?
Well, Uncle John is the one that I think was the oldest one, and he never shaved. He had a beard that was long enough to tuck under his belt.
Ew.
And he loved to tell stories,
Like you.
I guess like me. And
Uh-oh. I'll get it.
he used to tell me stories about the time that he was in the Texas Rangers. See, his daddy had a herd of cows. They had 1,800 head, and the Indians run them off, stole them all, and after that he went in the Texas Rangers, and he stayed 15 years. And one of the stories he told me was that he just bought a brand new pair of, see, he went in when he was 16.
Wow.
And he bought these pants, or had just gotten the buckskin pants. And he said when he got out, the buckskin pants had just reached the top of his boot. He says they drew up some and I grew a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Try number 2. So he was your uncle.
yeah.
Do you remember your grandparents?
Oh, sure.
Any cool stories from them?
Oh, well, he was my grandfather's brother, oldest
Oh.
brother.
Wow.
And Uncle Bob, I don't know whether you ever remember seeing a magazine come out of New York that had the fellow on there had a mustache that come out and then kind of curled.
No.
Well, he had a mustache like that, and he had a little comb about this long, and he'd comb that mustache. You know,
Wow.
so that, and they lived with their niece. So,
Did you live close to your grandparents?
huh?
Did you live close to your grandparents? Did you see them?
Well, they lived in Lampasas, and in Hamilton, and we lived in Lampasas, and that was about 50 miles away. And we tried to go up there at least once a year.
Yeah. Cool.
It'd take about 5 days.
In the covered wagon?
Well, a covered wagon or a buggy.
Wow. What are your parents' names, and have they had any nicknames? What'd you call your parents?
Well, they didn't have any nicknames. If they did, I never heard of. But Dad's name was Jesse Kelly, or Jess Kelly.
What was he like?
Well, he was a fellow that would be about 5 feet and 8 inches tall, and he'd weigh about 225 pounds.
Strong.
Very strong and very strict.
Oh yeah?
He sure wanted things done when he said it, not when you got ready.
What was your mom like?
Well, she was a little different. She didn't. She didn't. But one thing about my mother, you know, she had 3 sisters that were school teachers, and they just bought a lot of clothes, you know. But they'd never wear them more than about 3 or 4 times, and then they were old. So they would give them to Mother, and I had 3 sisters that lived, and she could go to town and look at a dress hanging on a rack and go home and cut out a pattern and make it look just like it.
Wow. So she made all of y'all's clothes?
So most of our clothes was made. She made them.
Wow. Is that how you learned to sew?
Well, I was always the one doing ripping out the seams, you know, and getting the material ready to use. And those dresses that were expensive dresses, you know. And so when the kids came out, they came out in expensive looking clothes. So.
Did you ever make clothes?
Well, the first thing we did after we came back from Guam, we went down to San Diego and we bought a sewing machine. And bought a Nicky sewing machine, and that's what I've been using
Wow.
right up to now.
Right up to now? All your life you've been using the same machine?
We use that same sewing machine.
Wow.
Is it sew forward and backward and sew on a button?
That's impressive. Let's see. How did your mother do the wash?
Well, through the first years, Mother had to do the washing by scrubbing, boil them in the clothes in the big old pot, and as soon as we'd use that water and just lift out the clothes and let them drain, and she'd put some more in there, some more soap. Almost all the soap was made from lye soap. She made it herself. And then after I don't know, I guess I was I might have been 20. I guess I was 20 or 21. There was a washing machine came out called isn't that strange? Now it's missing. I'll tell you in a little bit.
Okay.
But anyway, this washing machine was one that had a one piece that kind of come down from the middle, and it had a crossbar thing on the bottom. It had it was bent and was open under the middle of the bottom. Not all the way, but that's so wide, a place that was open. And when you start when you start washing, you take the handle and just go back and forth like this. And that was the first washing machine that we got,
Wow.
one like that. And she used that lens for probably 10 years. And then I bought one, and Pat's got it now. It's one that we bought when we were on Parris Island in 1945.
Wow.
And that's the first stainless steel. See, the first ones were galvanized metal. And then that one came out as stainless steel. And they've got 4 wooden legs. You put them on there and adjust them so they'll all hit the floor. And you heat the water and put it in there and wash your clothes, and it had a dryer up here and water went back down in the
Wow.
inside.
How did your dad provide milk for the family? Y'all had cows?
We had a milk cow.
And that was where y'all
Yes.
got all your milk?
That's that's the way we got our milk.
So y'all had workhorses, it says here?
Yeah, workhorses. And Dad bought one horse that, in a way, he was glad he didn't. He would have been glad if he hadn't have bought it, because you know, some horses are just made for certain things, and he could run. That was fine, and he was a good roping pony. They could you could rope a cow right off, you know, and no problem. And one of the things that I always enjoyed, I guess, after I got so I could ride him, was that when I'd get out with a bunch of guys that always want to run, you know, see who had the fastest horse.
You did?
And I always had the fastest horse. Oh, Joe could really move out. And so, and most of the others, see, were plow horses that they were riding. And this one, if you tried to use him as a plow in 30 days, he'd be skin and bones. And
Wow.
Dad says, I don't know why I didn't realize he couldn't be a plow horse.
Y'all had lots of animals on your farm?
Oh no, we never had a lot of
Oh.
animals. We should have had at the place on there at where I went across the field, and there was
Yeah.
like that, because we had 400 acres of land,
Wow.
and most of it was in the pasture. The rest of it was, you know, it was about 65, 70 acres was all we had to plow. But that was about all we could do with two horses, you know. And you had to keep them going almost every day to keep up with all your plowing.
So what were your jobs on the farm?
Well, I did a little bit of everything that we had.
Wow.
So I could do anything on the farm that we needed to have done.
Wow. while going to school?
Well, going to school and